You've been trying to learn a new language for months, maybe even years. You watch videos. You memorize vocabulary. You study grammar rules. You feel like you are improving. But the moment you try to speak, everything disappears. Your mind goes blank, and you pause. Then you smile awkwardly, or stay silent. Later, you start thinking, maybe I'm just not good at languages. But what if I told you that it has nothing to do with your intelligence, nothing to do with your memory, and nothing to do with how hard you try? The real problem is something completely different. And once you understand it, your entire way of learning will change forever. Most people go through the same cycle. They start with motivation. They say, "This time I will become fluent." They download apps. They watch videos. They learn word lists like apple, sheer apple. Book, jaz kitab.
Ransab hanya.
At first it feels good. It feels like progress. But then reality hits. Because when someone speaks to them in real life, they cannot respond. Even simple questions like, "How are you?" suddenly feel difficult. Their brain freezes, not because they don't know, but because they cannot access what they know. And slowly, confidence drops. They stop speaking. They avoid situations. And eventually they believe, maybe language learning is not for me. But that belief is completely wrong. Because most learners are trapped inside a false idea. They believe, I need more vocabulary. I need perfect grammar. I need to study more books. But here is the truth no one tells them. If studying alone was enough, everyone with books would be fluent. But they are not. Because language is not a subject. Language is a skill. And skills are not built by watching. They are built by doing. And this is the real secret. You don't learn a language by studying it. You learn it by using it, just like a child. A child does not open grammar books. A child does not memorize rules. A child listens. A child repeats. A child makes mistakes. A child tries again. And slowly, naturally, they become fluent. No pressure. No fear. No perfection. Just usage. Now the real question is, if I don't have anyone to speak with, how do I practice? This is where most people stop. But this is exactly where fluency begins. Because you don't need people at first. You need practice with yourself. Let's make it simple. Pick anything in your daily life. What you are doing. What you see. What you feel. And start speaking it out loud. For example, I am sitting here. I am learning something new. I am trying to improve my English. At first it feels awkward. But that is the point. Then you slowly improve. I am sitting here right now trying to improve my English step by step. You are not memorizing. You are building language in real time. And when you do this daily, something powerful starts happening in your brain. At first, your brain says, "This is difficult." Then after a few days, "I can try." Then after some time, "I can speak." And eventually, I think in English naturally. Because your brain is not built for perfection. It is built for repetition. But most learners make one big mistake. They spend hours watching videos, reading grammar rules, memorizing vocabulary, but they never speak. And then they say, "I understand English, but I can't speak it." That is like watching swimming tutorials but never entering water. You cannot learn speaking without speaking. Now listen carefully. Fluency is not about perfect sentences. Fluency is about expressing yourself. Even broken English is progress. Even simple sentences are progress. Even mistakes are progress. Because every mistake is feedback, not failure. Every attempt is training, not testing. Think about this. When you were a child learning your first language, no one corrected every sentence. No one stopped you from speaking. You just spoke. Wrong words, broken sentences, simple expressions, but you improved naturally over time. And that same system still works today. So here's the truth. You don't need to be perfect. You need to be consistent, because fluency is not built in one day. It is built in small daily actions. 5 minutes of speaking daily is more powerful than 5 hours of passive watching, because speaking rewires your brain. Now imagine this. A beginner starts speaking just 5 minutes every day. Day 1, I am bad at this. Day 7, I can speak simple sentences. Day 15, I can describe my day. Day 30, I am thinking in English without effort. Not because they studied more, but because they use the language daily. That is the real secret. So let me be very clear with you now. Stop waiting. Stop overthinking. Stop preparing forever. Start speaking today, even if it is broken, even if it is simple, even if it feels uncomfortable. Because fluency does not come from learning more. It comes from using more if you really want to become fluent. Don't just watch this video and move on. Do something right now. Say one sentence in English out loud, right now. Even something simple like, I will improve my English from today. And if you are serious about your journey, like this video, subscribe to English Elevation, and comment, I will speak daily from today. Because your fluency will not change tomorrow. It starts the moment you start speaking.